Igbo mma mmanụ, Igbo ekele m unu, ife awụsa agụụ TV. Onwe interview Chief Dan Ulasi mere na AIT television, and the interview is very very interesting. So nsize ka m buputere unu the particular part catch my attention. Nsi ka m buputere unu ya ka unu marakwa na at least ndị Igbo etitebego n'ụra. And I'm very, very happy that we are now awake to re-strategize ourselves. Yes, Ajoria, does the Igbo hate themselves? If I were Ajoria, well, enforcers in Habo, the Igbo never hate themselves. They are one of the loving, kind people in Nigeria. Even also Habo in the Legosi one Nigeria, the Nigeria, you know. So also in the Igbo now, Legosi one Nigeria, Legosi Hunanya. Legosi na afro nwanne ha n'anya because onye Igbo ya eje na ka onye na somebody na before oje na ka onye a je kpọrọ the person gosi ya ka asi azụ afịa zụọ the person ọfụma bakwa onye ọgaranya bido onye a business nke ya nwa onye a na-emekwa ọfụma onye a from ndị onye abụọ ọgaranya ọsọsọ onye Igbo na-eme like that. Onye Igbo na-afụ nwanne ya nwoke na jụọ ya ogene na-eme gị nwanne ya nwoke akọwatachara ya adị gosi nwanne ya ịfụnanya ọ ya bụ faji mara ndị Igbo. So ndị Igbo bụ ndị nwere that love and sincere to accommodate everybody and to show you that they are one. The reason why they hate the Igbo is because abịa na Nigeria ndị Igbo wugo geta ha na-agbasi mbọ ike and that the thing maka mbọ a na-agba meziri ọdịzi ka a na-enwezi ha anya ụfụ. And another part okwukwara bụ the problem bụ okay, I would like to get the video because to catch my attention, but I would like you to listen to the video makana oturaka ebe di iche. I would like you to listen. Kema kwana ndị Igbo furu ha n'anya and the problem anyị na-enwe bụ onye ndu a anyị need na abụ somebody ya direct anyị and anyị enwego the person n'ime mmadụ dịka Peter Obi and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu anụkwukwuru okwu ya ebe a si federal government try ya ka release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because emegide ife a na-eme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu nwụọ n'ime nga ọ nọ nsogbu ya adịkwa n'ala Igbo, nsogbu ya adịkwa na Nigeria na need release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because the way ndị Igbo si fụ onye a n'anya even Nigeria si fụrụ ya n'anya. Now the reason why did Nnamdi Kanu they refuse to release him. Now they should try and release him. Obedi otokita na ndị Igbo na etetego n'ụra now. They have to strategize themselves and know how they can focus on the southeast. So I'm like going to watch this video. Please don't forget to share my video and don't forget to follow my Facebook page. It's Agui TV. Because if you kanku, mana I don't talk kunu jerintunu gefe Chief Dan Ulasi kuru. Thank you and God bless you.
So, don't you think that it was a strategy? It was an approved speech. Why do I say so? Within a space of 6 weeks, 3 significant things were happening at the same time. Asari Dokubo was in the villa, running down Igbos. He killed them, they were slaves. And he forgot that he was from Abia State. His grandparents were from Abia State, and they were sold into slavery. In 2020, if you watched another video where he was praising Biafra, that anybody who never believed in Biafra is not a patriot, each time he says such a thing, they give him contract. I hear now they are giving the security contract from Abuja to Kaduna. So that's probably what is out. So on one hand, the president of Nigeria was making a Nigerian of Igbo extraction, the chief of naval staff. And everybody was applauding that. And as that one was going on, they sent out Asari Dokubo to run down a whole tribe. It was not enough. In Lagos State, the government of Lagos State was systematically destroying the properties of Igbos at Alaba Market. So it's significant things. And the president thinks he's very smart. Give us chief of naval staff as if that is the means of livelihood, but go on to destroy the integrity, the ultimate integrity of the Igbo man. You know, there's nothing our people appreciate than our honor, the hard work we put to make this country a successful place, to make this country one. I doubt, with due humility, if any other tribe has made as much compromise in terms of human-to-human relationship that the Igbos have done. Look, check of all the presidents or governors in this country. Only Dr. Nnamdi as president of this country, non-executive president of Nigeria. Do you know whom his ADC was? ADC is the closest security person to any top government official. Muratala Mohammed, Captain Muratala Mohammed was the ADC to Nnamdi Azikiwe. No other leader in this country. He would not only get a person from his ethnic group, if it's possible from his village. The Igbos have shown unsurpassed devotion to public duty. And we get this. A few years ago, the Oba of Lagos said, because Igbos in Lagos voted for a Yoruba man that was not of their own approval, that we should drown in the lagoon. And as of today, neither the Lagos state government, nor the now president of Nigeria, or Buhari's government had made a comment that a whole tribe should perish in the lagoon. And you're talking of unity, love. Where is it? Where is it? I suppose we have been very foolish to leave our environment, go to other places, develop them out of love, to make money too. Civilize people. Because we go to places, build houses, and they see that it's good to live a lot better than they found themselves initially. Tell me, what else can Igbos do in this country to show love of country, to show love of fellow citizens? At each turn, we receive condemnation. It is even more, so painful that the person condemning us should die, they should kill us. It's an Igbo boy in the name of Asari Dokubo. And he does not see why Nnamdi Kanu should be released. So I find it very painful even to discuss the matter. And I advised Tinubu, because I know him one-on-one. When I was chairman of NRC, he was a senator. I met him severally. I will advise him in his own interest of this country, and for the love of this country, that they should release Nnamdi Kanu. Buhari said, let the legal process take its course. The legal process has taken its course. The Court of Appeal, second highest court in this land, has discharged him, and they are still holding him. I pray that nothing happens to that boy in prison, that he does not die in prison. If he does, they can call it an advice, they can call it a threat. The situation will not be the same in this country. I pray, and I hope Tinubu is smart enough not to be a Buhari.
All right.
This is why, you remember, during my 30 minutes program on this platform, making my tribute for my good friend Raymond Dobesi, I said 32 years ago, when Raymond Dobesi came, was running for the presidency of this country, he came to Anambra. I was chairman of the National Republican Convention, and he said something. He, as it were, castigated the Igbos, the delegates he met. Said, look at you people. Today you are complaining of minorities, the Yorubas, Hausa, Fulani, and some people jumped up, wanted to attack him. I said, no, let's listen to him. He said, look at yourself. For every gift God has given to people anywhere in this country, the Igbos have the best of it. If you had governors, 5 governors who are Igbos, 10 years they will turn this place into London or any other place in the world. You don't need Nigeria to be what you are, because you don't have leadership. After Raymond Dobesi said that, we contributed 22,000 plus and said, put petrol in your car. Nobody in Anambra ever forgot that. It was top news in this country 32 years ago. So I'm not blaming Asari Dokubo for what he said. I will blame ourselves for lack of leadership. Today we have 2 APC governments, 1 Labour, 1 ABGA, 1 PDP. Hardly do they talk to themselves, but they are our leaders. So we also have internal problems, which, I'm discussing with top-level Igbos in both parties. How do we begin to sort out our problem? Because we have to sort it out, at least for the defense of our own people who are helpless. People are being sliced, their noses are being sliced. You see it in social media. That's where we have degenerated. And I thought, by my calculation, it was easier for the Igbos to come into limelight. That was Akweme's belief. That was Ojukwu's belief. That we start, because of this hatred, which you are now seeing all over the place, let us go stage by stage. Ekweme was vice president, and we were right in power, right in the corridor of it. Peter Obi was vice presidential candidate to Atiku Abubakar. If he was again vice presidential candidate this time around, PDP would have been in government. It would have been the easiest point, by the grace of God, for us to see power. By the time anybody woke up in the morning, we'll be in power. And help. The unfortunate thing about it is that even when Igbos are in power, other people will profit, not Igbos. Our people are not used to government projects. We are self-indulgent people. We develop ourselves industrially, you know. So for anybody to say that because people supported Peter, therefore they should be murdered, why? Everybody has a right to support any candidate. I lost my ward. I lost my local government to Peter, which never happened before. That was the choice of my people. Many governors lost their wards. That was the choice. Igbos voted because they felt a form of exclusion. Let us throw this vote, they will get lost. And they have thrown the vote. I don't know what they call it. The tribunals will say, that's a different kettle of fish. I did say, you know, that we were in the same party with Peter Obi. Bright young man, you know. 2019, he was a vice presidential candidate to Atiku. And when Atiku declared for presidency this time around, he was there. He took up the microphone and paid glowing tributes. He was one of the greatest unifiers in this country. He said so. But he had the right to do what he did. But whether that was an advantage to our people or not, history will judge. He has the constitutional right to do what he did. Most Igbos were apprehensive, behaved the way they did because of Buhari's treatment of our people. Buhari, for him, Igbos never existed. Unfortunately, 8 years, not just Igbos, the whole of former Eastern region never existed. And he couldn't be bothered.
The dots in a hole, he referred to them at some point.
Yes. So it's difficult to know why such attitudes. But I've read a lot of Northerners who believed that without Igbos, Igbos are not gods, they are not angelic, but they are hardworking people, and we offer no apologies to anybody. So sometimes you start to wonder, why this hatred? Why this hatred? You can't explain it. And people are here telling you of love, unity. Wherever you see people who are industrious and competitive, it brings in some envy and anger. That's what comes with competitiveness. This is why most other parts of this country don't like the Igbos. We are competitive. So in that spirit of competition, we are also Republicans. If you go to a family, the same family, mother and father, and there are 7, if all of them don't speak, there will be crisis. It's unfortunate. That's genetic. That's the way God has made us. But we don't hate ourselves, because Igbos were good loyalists following Nnamdi Azikiwe. They were even more loyal following Emma Okpara. How about the loyalty they showed generally Odumegwu Ojukwu during the Civil War? So you cannot describe our people as hating ourselves. If we have reason to do something, we'll do it. That was the same reason they showed in voting for Peter Obi, because we lacked leadership that should have strategized. Igbos have a saying, when you have enemies surrounding you, you have to wash your house. It's better said in Igbo. You know, if we had leaders who were prepared to strategize, and if you make reference to what I told you, Dr. Raymond Dobbs, he said 32 years ago, that a time there is for us to look inwards. Presidency, Goodluck Jonathan was president for 6 years. He couldn't build a road from Port Harcourt to Yenagoa. I visited his table 5 times on his invitation, and I could see the tragedy that was that presidential table. The conflict, the ethnocentric manipulations. You needed extreme courage to want to take a decision in this country. For anything you do, there's an explanation. You remember when, what was his name, from Abia was chief of army staff? Kanu State said, all the officers he promoted were Igbos, and they published it. Out of 15 generals, 5 were from Kanu State. Up to today, they didn't make any other comment. That is what you see in this country. So what I'm saying is that Igbos have a right to aspire to any leadership, because that's what the Constitution says. But we know that the Constitution says one thing, and the rest of the country, they do what they like. So, but I don't think we should give hope. But most importantly, I want to wait, because looking at the evidences so far at the presidential tribunal, I'll be shocked if a different judgment is made. I'm looking forward that this election should be annulled and a proper election held. That is when every group should re-strategize. Re-strategize. I will not go into the details of the strategy, but from the presidential evidences and witnesses before the tribunal, it will be magic if any other decision is reached, other than there was no election, as it were. I only pray God that from the evidences available, like I said a few minutes ago, I'll be surprised if these elections are now cancelled.
Ah, okay. That's the last point that we'll leave this discussion there. We thank you very much. Chief Dan Ulasi, former PDP chairman in Anambra State, has joined us to look at the state of the nation and, of course, some of the comments coming against the people of the Southeast region and what is portend for them, the political future of that region. Thank you very much, and do have a great day.